Well, y'all, listen. Today's conversation is going to be one that's filled with tears because I came to this realization that I'm tired of thinking. And when I say I'm tired of thinking, as a person who is an intellectual, academics, analytical, all of the things, it gets tiring when you have to think for everybody and to think for everything. I'm a planner and I love planning. And of course, in God fashion, he doesn't always show us his plan. And so sometimes we become frustrated with the unknown. And I've literally been in a season, I don't even want to call it a season, I've been in years of the unknown, where he's just making me and stripping me and crushing me and all of the things. And then added to that is parenting with someone. And when I say parenting, I literally use that word as loose as you can use it, because we don't parent together. I think I had saw this term of like parallel parenting. Never heard of it a day in my life. And I don't even subscribe to that, but I get the idea of it. Like, we're just alongside one another. We're not even alongside one another. There are things that you would expect your other parent to do. They're not disabled. They're not incapacitated. They're not incarcerated. None of these things are the case for his dad, my youngest son's dad. None of these things are the case. Yet there is such a, I don't even know what the word is that I would use for him, where it's just like, I'm not going to be a father. I'm not going to parent. What the Lord showed me some years ago was that his understanding and his idea of being a father was around the things that he understood and he knows, which is sports. And so I call that coaching, because as a coach, I could coach you in a specific area that I'm good at to get you to the place where you need to be. As a parent, we're not coaches only. We can absolutely be a coach in our child's life, but as a parent, we're called to steward, we're called to discipline, we're called to guide, we're called to communicate. There's so many things that we are called to do. And when I think about him as the co-parent, the extra addition, none of these things happen. And when I say I'm so tired of thinking, I'm so tired of thinking. My son sees it. He knows it. He recognizes it. He has his feelings about it. And what I have shared with him is you need to express some of these things, because I never want it to seem like it's coming straight from me. I need you to be one that takes onus for your feelings. As a young man, you're going to be one that absolutely breaks this cycle. You're going to break this cycle. God has already spoken that. You're going to be a husband to one wife. You're going to be an amazing and incredible father. And I cannot wait to see that for him. And I have found myself before apologizing to him, because I chose this father. And I used to have regret of like, I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe this. Sometimes I would think it would just be better off if I did just become a full-on total single parent. And as I shared before in a previous conversation, I asked the Lord, why are you punishing me this way? And he's like, it's not a punishment. It is a consequence. Yet my grace is sufficient. And even in this moment, in this extremely raw moment, when I said it out loud, it like clicked. Like, I'm so tired of thinking. I'm so tired of being the one that is the dependable one. So tired of being the one that is the covering, is comfort. And I say this purely out of frustration, but I am tired. And this is a part of the journey of parenting, but it was never meant to be done alone. It's never meant to be done alone. One of the things that the Lord had shown me a few years ago was that he didn't have the capacity to be a present and active father. Because they're two different things. To be present, here, me, I'm present. But to be active is to be engaging. And it's not there. And what the old people like to say, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. That's me. I was trying to lead. And the Lord was like, that's not your position. As the woman, that's not our position to lead a man, let alone a father. So he told me, back up. I am going to father him. And I was like, okay. Going back to what he asked me before, do you trust me with your kids? And it's like, yes, Lord, you know that I trust you. You know that I trust you. Your word says, lean not to my own understanding in all of my ways. Acknowledge you and you'll direct my path. And sometimes it has been a struggle because it's like, God, do you see? Like, do you see? And I know that he sees, and I know that he hears, and I know that he is with me. But these are those raw moments where it's just frustrating because there is an able body. But the reality is he's unable. He's unable, whatever the word is at this point. And so this is my truth. This is my story. I love God and I trust him. I really, really do. But sometimes I am just so overwhelmed and so frustrated, and I'm sick of thinking, and I'm sick of being this, like I said, the stable one, and I'm tired of that. However, I know that it's not going to be for nothing. I know that God is going to blow my mind. I know that I'm going to be able to see the fruit of the reward in the lives of both of my sons, and even in my life. And so if you are a parent that understands how I feel, just drop a me in the comments, because you're not alone. How you feel matters. But one thing I know about feelings is they lead us somewhere. And so what I'm allowing my feelings to do is lead me more and more and more into the presence of God, so that I can unpack and then I can continue on this journey of leading and walking with other individuals, other parents that have experienced what I experienced, and let them know there's hope in God. All things are possible.